and welcome to the Knitting in Them podcast. This is not a normal episode, it is an episode of all the knits I made in 2023. At first I thought, no, I'm not going to do that, but yeah, sometimes you change your mind and think, why not? So this Sunday morning I woke up and I thought, maybe it's nice to write down what you knitted in 2023 and try to get it all together on the bedside. This is here's my bed, and if it works you can make a podcast about it. So that's what I'm doing, that's what I'm feeling, and I like to show you what I all knit. I'm not myself, I'm not a person who watch these videos a lot, but I know there are a lot of people who likes them. So I thought, we'll give it a shot and we'll tape this for you, video it for you, and hopefully you like it. So I'm starting with what I'm drinking. I have a water today. It's I had already 3 coffees. I think it is, even kijk, what's the time? Oh, it's already 3:30. I didn't know that. I thought it was a little bit earlier. It's getting a little bit darker outside because it's going to rain. In the Netherlands it was around below 0, 2 degrees below 0, or 5 degrees below 0 in the night, and today it's going to turn to 12 degrees plus. So that's a big difference. That's, I think, why it's now already a little bit dark. So I hope it's not too dark for you, but I can see myself clear in the frame. So yeah, it would be good. So I gathered all the things I knit this year. Some things I gave already away, a few socks, so I cannot show them to you. But I will start at the little. Oh yeah, I've got a few segments. The little things. I have socks. I have accessoires like mitts and hats for cowls. Then I've got my sweaters and garments. Then I have shawls, and the latest thing is blankets. So that's what the things I knit on, and I will show you everything if you like, and otherwise you can skip it and watch another time again. So yeah, the first things I knit, that is all, it's a little doll. It's an Izzy doll. When we were younger at school, we made one, but then it was much larger, and I always loved it. So I looked it up last year, and I found this pattern on Ravelry. It is a free pattern. It's called Izzy dolls, and this one I knit. And then I thought, oh, how nice! I like to do it more, but it's it's still not happened. The second one I did not knit. It doesn't matter, maybe in the future. So that was my first little thing that I knitted. I also knit a lot of Cindy garments, sweaters, and the first one, and that's a really nice one, is this sweater. This is an original bought pattern. I bought it at Etsy. Her name is Susie Designs. She makes a lot of patterns for dolls, also for Cindy dolls. And this one I bought, and I love it a lot. I would have never thought of making a sweater like this. Hoe zeg je dat? Shape. So it was a lot of fun. It's not a really long knit, and it's really I love it a lot. The second one is on the needles, but I didn't go on with it. Maybe I have to block it once. I didn't do that because it's curling up a little bit, but it's not necessarily, I think, for Cindy. So the lovely fashion doll blogger has this little Cindy sweater, and that is sweater number 1. 2 of the sweaters I couldn't find, so I can't show you that. This one is the grey one. Yeah, this Cindy's naked under it, so I don't show it all. This grey one I knitted during Vlogmas, and I have a video, made a video of it how I knit these little sweaters. So that's yeah, my way of making the Cindy sweaters. I don't buy a pattern for it. I made it up myself. Mostly I do 24 stitches, needle 3, and then decreases here, and make a caul. I knit 2 pieces and then sew them together. So if you like to see that, you can search it on my Vlogmas from 2023. So this was one of the Cindy knits. And then I made a little black dress also during Vlogmas. Again, I think 20 or 22 or 24 stitches, needle 3, knit, 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 and then yeah, I think I did this without increases, so just a right piece, and then knit the sleeves separately. And this Cindy you can get her head off, so you can put the dress on more easily. So that's also a Cindy knit. And when I'm on holiday, especially in the summer, I sometimes make the little hoofddoekje. How do you say it? I don't know the English word for it, but you can see what it is. And it's really simple. You start with 32 stitches, and you decrease every beginning of the row and end of the row, and the second row you knit back, and yeah, until you have 3 stitches left. So that's a little leuk knit, yeah, knitwerkje, hoe zeg je dat nou? Yeah, a little knit, so for in between. Sometimes you feel like, oh, a little scrappy, I can make something like this from it. So that is my Cindy knits. That were my Cindy knits for this year. Then somebody shared a pattern of a little sock last year on Instagram, and I loved it so much, so I made a few. I got more like this, but these 3 were the only ones I could find. This is with needle 2.5, and this one's needle 2. It's a little bit smaller, so these are nice to put on a line with Christmas or so. And then I knitted Aggie the sheep from the book Mush and Friends. This was my first time knitting a stuffed animal, and I loved it, but it's really paying attention on the pattern, because I made some mistakes. One of the foots is a little bit shorter, and the butt was on the wrong side, so I had to turn the head, and I stitched it on the body. But it was really nice to do. But this loopy vest was a lot of work. And I loved the dress the most. Maybe I will knit this dress for Cindy once. I think Cindy will fit this dress also. And the bag is so nice. So hopefully I will make at least one of the stuffed animals this year, one of the others. But we'll see if that is going to happen. But I love to do this. I made a black sheep. That was funny, I think. And then I participated in the No Matter What mystery knit along, and I made this gnome. I choose to do the white nose, not the carrot nose, and I didn't do the hands. I didn't feel like it. I wanted to knit a gnome and not a snowman, but yeah, it was a surprise, so that you didn't know what you were going to knit. So the next time I will not participate in mystery knit-alongs anymore. I don't think it's for me. I have to see what I knit. I want to make something. So now I was thinking, oh nice, I'm going to knit a gnome, and it was a snow matter gnome. I like it a lot, of course, but no, for me, no more mystery knit-alongs. But I'm happy with the result, of course. And the second one I have to finish, but that's not all. I did already only the head. Everything falls down now. So yeah, that was it for the little knits. I call them the little knits, the in-between things, and sometimes you feel like it. And then I have knitted a lot of socks in 2023. I counted them and I knitted 21 pairs. But I already gave, I think, 4 pairs away. So I can't show them all, but that's okay. And I'm starting with the socks that I already wear. How do you say it? And some socks are not the nicest anymore because I put them in the wash machine, or sometimes I put them in a dryer, but they still fit perfect. This is the Madrid sock. It was from Long Yarns. This one is not a nice color anymore because this was the same from the Cindy sweater. You can see the white is a little bit not so white anymore, because I think I throw it in the darker wash. So that was the original. But yeah, I don't care. It's for my feet, and they were well. They're a little bit snugger or tighter after washing, so that's good, because this yarn was very loose. Long Yarns is not always my favorite sock yarn. Yeah, sometimes it is. This one was, the colors were very nice, but the yarn it was not my favorite. So that was one pair. I just threw everything through each other. I don't have it per month or so. I don't know that anymore. These are Opal socks, Opal Wilde Winter socks. I have wore them this week a few times, but these are a little too wide, so I'm thinking about throwing them in the dryer because they're too wide now, too loose, too sloppy. But I like the look of this lovely yarn. This was an 8-ply, thicker sock yarn. Then I have made scrappy socks. These are the scrappy socks I made from we had a Easter yarn swap last year with some people from Instagram, and I knitted these lovely socks. Yesterday I wore them for the first time. I didn't wash them, but I really like them. So that is another pair. Then I have this pair. This is merino Christmas yarn from Lana Grossa. It knitted up real quick. It's really soft, but it's very pilly. I think I washed them only once, so it's not holding up really good. So that's a little pity. Also here, the holes are very wide. I don't know, but yeah, we'll wear them anyway, so fine, that's fine. Oh yeah, this is my favorite. This is the West Yorkshire spinner sock. I wore them a lot. I washed them in a wash machine and I put them in the dryer, and I think they're now fitting really well. The only thing I saw it I always do 14 centimeters of leg, but it's really shrunk a little bit. But they're fitting perfect, so I'm not complaining. This is a nice West Yorkshire Spinners yarn I bought last year in January, and I have a lot of wear out of it already. Yeah, then we have the scrappy socks from a free pattern from Stephen West. It's the DK, it's double knitting. Some yarns are double held, yarn held double. Some are like this one is the opal, and these are a little bit not looking so nice anymore after washing. So I think I put it in a dark wash like the other socks. Do I mind? No, I don't. And they fit very well because it's a Stephen West pattern and they're always fitting really well. Then I have the also from Long Yarns. This yarn was called Safari, I think. Oh, I don't know it anymore. I call them my Halloween socks. I wear them a lot, I wash them a lot, and they're fitting fine. Put them in the wash machine, not in a dryer, I think, but these are fitting really well, and I wore them already a lot, so that's good. And then we have this pair. It's also from Long Yarns. This was Milli Colori. It's a 1-ply sock yarn, but these I knitted on 2mm needles. And this one fits really well. I wore them a lot. It's a little bit verkleured. How do you say that in English? Colors are not original anymore, but still love this sock. Wore them a lot, and now they're a little bit too cold for in the winter because it's a shorty sock. But I definitely will wear them in spring again. So yeah, 2mm needles is also good for me. And the shadow wrap short row heel fits me perfect, and I think that's the easiest way to knit a heel. So that's one of my favorites. Then we have a lot of socks I didn't wear. They're clean and new. This I got from a viewer, this yarn. She dyed it herself with food dye, how do you call it? Food dye. So I have to put them in vinegar first before I go in to wash it. So that's what I have to do. I didn't do that yet, but I really like them. Like the colors. Then we have this one. This was a 6-ply. This is merino from online. It was a really big ball. I think I can get 2 pairs of socks out of it. I started here at the toe. It's really easy. Shadow wrap short row heel and then the sewing bind off. Yeah, and I didn't wear them yet, but I like them. So I keep them in my box of socks for a while until I want to wear them. This is a Shoppelwolle socks. I knit these in the beginning of 2023 and I didn't wear them yet. It was a really nice yarn to knit with, but the colors for me it's a little bit manly. How do you say it? It's more like for my father, but yeah, my father has bigger feet, so I have to wear it at some point. But I loved to knit with it, but the next time I will choose other colors from the Shoppel Ball, Crazy Sour Ball. Yeah, was this. And of course I participated in the Stephen West Mystery Sock Along, and I knitted the Contrast Blast socks. I didn't wear these already. I don't want to wear them yet because I love them so much. I didn't block it either. I have to block it because then you see the bricks more upcoming. But I didn't do that yet, and I didn't want to wear them because I'm a little bit afraid that they will bleed, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe I will wear them in the future. I don't know. I'm very proud of this. This was a very nice mystery knit along. Yeah, like it a lot. Yeah, and then we had a scrappy socks. I love scrappy socks. The only thing, it's not so nice when you're ready. You have to weave in all the ends. And sorry, I'm sitting very krom because my back hurts a lot now. So I have to not make it too long because I don't how it falls. So yeah, scrappy socks I love because you can every time you can choose your colors yourself. I had this is a color palette, browns, reds, and pinks. So I love these a lot. I didn't wear them yet because yeah, I don't know. I want to keep them new, but I will keep these for myself because I love the color palette. And that's always a little bit, yeah. What kind of scraps do you have? You don't. I have a lot of scraps because I participated in a lot of swaps last year, and we have a new swap coming up, but that's only for the Dutch people, unfortunately. And then we switch balls with each other, and you get a lot of to choose from. So this is one of my favorite scrappy pairs. I knitted last year. Super nice. Yeah, and this was a yarn I found at the thrift shop. There was no ball band. It was nearly a full ball, and I love it. This is such a nice color. I'm not a blue person, but this is what I like: purples, blues, grays, light blue, and I choose to do white heels and toes. That was my first time doing that, and it worked out really well. I used, of course, the video from Denise from Earth Tones Girl. She explains it really, really clear, and then you get such a nice heel like this. And yeah, I love these socks. I don't want to wear them yet, but sooner or later I will. So super nice yarn from the thrift shop. Then I knitted this pair. This was how do you call it? God weet het ook alweer. Assigned pooling, I think. So when you get to the color, you do you're going to purl the stitches, and then you get this effect. This was a gift from Linda from Wool Hobby for my birthday, and it was a sock set, and I call them Halloween socks. I got it. It was like for Halloween, the colors, and I love them. I didn't wear them yet, but I love it. Really nice. Simple but different. So not a totally vanilla sock, but a little bit different. So that's really cool. Yeah, and then I knit 2 pairs of these sock, but I gave it away already to the girlfriend of my eldest son. There was a lot left, yarn left, so I choose to do. Where are my sock blockers? Maybe I can put it on. Yeah, I choose to make from the leftovers 2 shorty socks for myself, and the first one's ready, so you can see it better. So the first one's ready, the other one I have to do, but the same I knit it for Jaden. She's called Jaden. Yeah, and then I think the last one, and that's this purple sock. This is yarn from at Volbist here in the Netherlands. I love this, how it knits up. Yeah, it's a sock base, and I bought it at the Handwerkbeurs last year in February. So I didn't wear them yet because I want to keep some new. And yeah, that was it. I think for the socks. Some socks I didn't show, but I'm not having them anymore because I gifted some, and my girlfriend, my friend whom I know since we were 18 or so, she got 1 pair of scrappy socks from me, and she loved them so much, so she ordered 2 more. I make 2 more for her. Not in a hurry, she says, and she gave me a little. She pays me a little amount for new sock balls. So that's a new opdracht. How do you say that in English? I don't know. Normally I don't do knitting orders. Nee, that's not what I like. But for my few friends who like my socks, I love to knit socks for, because socks you have so many of. I can't keep them all myself, so Renske said, "Oh, I love the socks. I want to have 2 more pairs. Would you knit them for me?" And it's not, not a hurry, but I already started one, but you see that later. And then we had the accessoires. At first, I knitted the Oslo hat. I didn't like the knit. It's a really boring, super nice hat, of course, but it's a really boring pattern in the round. I used alpaca from Drops with alpaca silk. I love the color, of course, but I choose the large. The large, and that's too big for me. Look, here's too much space. When I'm on my bike, it goes like this, and I have to do this all the time, and then you have to, you don't want it like this because that looks stupid. So yeah, it's not ideal. It's not for me, and not ideal because I knitted the too big a size. So it looks so really nice, but the next time I will do the thing on the head of before the decreases. I will do I think 2 centimeters shorter. Yeah, and a smaller size. So Oslo hat, the pattern I bought last year in London at Loop London, and the lady in the shop was knitting one, and then I thought, oh yes, that's nice. Maybe I can knit a hat sometimes in between. But I thought it was not a quick knit for me. It was not a quick knit, and that's not important, of course. But sometimes you have little knits, so that it won't take so long. And this took me, really, really long. But yeah, I didn't knit on it day and night. But it's a really nice pattern. Of course, I will knit one again, maybe this year, I don't know. For me, it is better to knit headbands, because headbands are, with long hair, headbands will fit better, because hats will always, with long hair, go up. When you're on the bike, and then it goes up, and then your ears get cold. So this is better for me, but the next time I have to do this a little bit tighter. This is the Sunday Walk headband. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I'm not going to place links in the show notes today. It's too much work, but it's a Sunday Walk headband. But I did it with a fluffy yarn, so you can't not see the cables really well. It's a nice knit. So, and it's a warm headband, so I used it a lot already. And you can see I love red. Burgundy, how do you call it? Burgundy of wine red. That's a lovely color. Yeah, and then we made the Cargill call from the Crea Bea. I do like how it looks a lot, but I didn't like to knit the dip stitch. But it looks really good. The next time when I'm going to do this pattern again, I will not use mohair in it. I think I'm going to choose a thicker yarn with one strand of yarn, because it was really hard to pick up those 2 dips. Yeah, that was my struggle with this, and I had not enough yarn from the Filcolana, and then I thought I'll bind off early. But it's a really nice and warm cowl. Also in the house, I love the colors. Yeah, I love the colors, and I'm glad it's ready. But the next time I will, maybe make another one, but then what I said, without the mohair, and I choose 1 strand of yarn DK maybe. So that's for the future. And this one I made in January. I had it last year when I went to London. It was my shawl. Took it with me, and I had a lot of warm wear out of it. This is acrylic yarn. I bought it in London at a haberdashery store nearby Notting Hill. I don't know the name. They sell all party goods also. Then I was thinking I was allergic to wool. I didn't know I could have it, so I was searching for something that was looking the same as the original pattern from Andrea Maury. And I think it succeeded well, but it's acrylic, and it knits up really. My hands hurt a lot when I knitted this, but I love the finished object a lot. I did one before, but that was the year before, and I had 2 shift shawls. I'm a type of knitter. When I like a pattern a lot, I will make not only one of them. I always make more, so you can see on my shawls in a while. And then I made the world's simplest mittens, and I lost the other one because I was once on the bike. These are really warm, but on the bike when it's really cold, and I have an e-bike, the wind blows through it, so it will help a little bit, but it's not enough. And that day it was very rainy, and I had it cold, and I came at my sister's house. I was so soaking wet, and when I went back home, I put the one, hoe zeg je dat nou? The mitten in my pocket, and I think I lost one on the way, and I never found it back. So yeah, maybe I will knit another one someday, but not now. But it's really easy. It's indeed the world's simplest mitten. I like the way the decreases, yeah. Now maybe when I see this now, I think maybe I can cast on another pair in the not too distant future. Yeah, and then this summer we had a dishcloth swap. I see Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady knitting all the dishcloth all the time on the treadmill. I like to do a dishcloth, but not so many. I did 2 this year. One I gave away in the swap, and this one I held for myself, but I didn't use it yet, but I love it. And this pattern I used from a shawl from Nienke from Mooi van Draad. She calls it bread planks. Plankjes, hoe zeg je dat nou? Yeah, like you have shells. Oh yeah, shells, bread shells on the wall. That's so like a stairs. So that's a really nice doekje, nice dishcloth. That was also an accessoire. Then I knitted 2 garments. One I still have a little end to weave in. I don't know why, but I just don't do it. This is my Andrea Maury Weekender, but it's really dirty because I have to put it in the wash. I have to wash it, but I cannot put it in the wash machine, of course, because then it will be a little Cindy sweater. Because this is alpaca. So this is my red Weekender. I have a lot of wear out of it already. It's a nice pattern for me. A little bit wide, not too long. Yeah, I love it. So that was a really good knit, and I certainly will knit another Weekender in the future, but I don't know when yet. And then I knitted the Garter Marler cardigan. Saw it with Jana first from Finished Knitting Stories, and then I saw it with what's it now? Lisa from 72 Stitches, and then I thought I have to make one myself. So this is my Garter Marler, and I love it. I choose to do it with sock yarn. It's all 2 strands held together in this color palette. I'm a winter type, and yeah, then they say that if you wear these colors, and Jana had the same. I saw it in the last podcast yesterday. She said I'm a winter type, and she had that beautiful wrap from all the Advent from Homespun House, and it really you see it in your face that the colors do good for you. I saw that really good at Jana, so they told me I'm a winter type also, and that these colors fit me well. So that's the reason why I chose it, because I almost I wear black a lot, so I thought I want to knit some colorful piece, and that's this one. And I love it. I love that it's worked out and that I finished it and that it's really warm. So I knitted 2 garments this year, a sweater and a cardigan. Now, the thing I love the most to knit is shawls. Big shawls, not too complicated, just simple. I love garter stitch. That's why I'm a big fan of Stephen West, because he makes things who look really difficult. It's not difficult at all. But this one is the Fiddly Bits Call. This one is all knitted up with scraps like you use in your scrappy blankets. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I started this around the Advent of 2022, and I finished it I think in April. And I have so many swaps with so many ladies that I used all the scraps, and I did I did 4 to 6 rows, 5 rows, not too long, because I love the way that the color's changing. And you can put it on your neck twice. It's not long enough to do it 3 times, but it's really good. But the next time I will make it a little bit less wide, because here is a gap, and when you on your bike, then you have to do your coat, and then you do like this. Oh, that is okay, but it's a little bit too wide, and sometimes it's a bit cold. But this is also nice to wear in the house with the black clothes, and you look very lovely. I loved this knit. It was super nice to make, and maybe I will start another one, because I have a lot of scraps. But that's something for the future. This was so mindless. Sometimes you did 3 rows, sometimes you did 8 rows. When I feel like it, every day, mostly every day, and then you get this lovely Fiddly Bits Call. I saw that Anna Knitter made one of there. She was knitting one, so maybe you're familiar with this pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And then, yes, my absolute favorite shawl is the First Unite, of course. I love this pattern. I knit already 2 of them. I will definitely knit a few more, maybe 10, I don't know. What I said earlier, I am a person who knits things 8 times or 10 times. No, 10 it's a lot, but sometimes I knit things 6 times, because I love that then so much, and I'm a little bit addicted, and then I want to make more. And because this is the best, I think this is the best shawl shape ever. Stephen, you have to get a prize for this. Everybody says it, and it's true. This is the way I wear my shawl, and I love how the colors come together, and you see every part you knit it. This one has to be like this. You see when you when you wrap it around. Sometimes you have to pay attention how you how it fell. That the outside is not on the wrong side. So this is really nice. I knitted this one up in merino. I knitted this in started in January last year, and I knitted it through spring. So that's why the reason why I chose yellow, because it's getting lighter outside, and I felt like these colors. So yeah, this one's really big. I didn't block it at first. Later I did block it in the summer, and I think it's a little pity because it's merino. It's so wide now. Could have done it without blocking. So the next time when I'm doing one in merino, I don't want to block it anymore. But yeah, it's done and I love it. And I love it. Oh yeah, and then in the summer I thought, what is a nice pattern also from Stephen West that's a little bit the same, not too complicated but nice. So I choose to do the Garter Breeze. This is also a really nice pattern. You start with this part here in the, like it's a little corner, and then you think, oh, it's really quick. That part went really quick, but then you have to do section 2 and you have a lot of increases, and then you get section 3 and there's no more increases, and I choose to do the section 3 in 2 different colors. So yeah, this is also a wonderful shawl. It's a little bit this one's a little bit less warm because I knitted this with fingering weight. I think the pattern says officially DK weight, and when you choose to do DK weight, it's of course sorry, what? Then it's a really big shawl. I saw it on Instagram. Some people said it's echt a really big shawl because you do it with double knitting, but I chose to do it with fingering weight, and it's also already very big. So I love this color palette and I love this shawl, and I certainly will knit one maybe in the not too distant future. So that's the Garter Breeze shawl. Yeah, and then the summer came and we had a knit along together with Linda from Wool Hobby, and we did a knit along with the Vertices Unite. And this is my second Vertices Unite, and I knitted this up with alpaca stash. I had Traps alpaca and alpaca Peru 200. That is was a yarn I bought at Wolplein, and if you Google it you can find it still, and it's really nice. This is my most worn shawl so far. So yeah, it's really big. I showed it in my episodes. Yeah, and this is my absolute favorite shawl. And the drape of the alpaca is so good. So if you're thinking about knitting a Vertices Unite, you can choose alpaca because the drape is echt the best. I wear this a lot. On my e-bike it's really cold, and this gives so much warmth. I'm knitting a second one from alpaca. It's on my needles now. You have to have some you have to knit on. It's not the first part is a really long piece, and the third part. The other ones are a little bit less, and yeah, look at this nice warm shawl. Oh, I want to live in this shawl. So yeah, another Vertices Unite I knitted this year. Yeah, and then we had, oh, my cat Pookie is taking it. Ow, me. Oh, she's a little bitchy. She was lying on it. Maybe I make a cat blanket of it because my colors were bleeding. This is my Geo Gradient. If you watched my episodes, you saw that my, this was off-white, and the red bleed immediately. In 1 second I put it in the water, it was ruined. But yeah, when I see it like this, I think, oh, het valt echt nog wel mee. It's best nice. Maybe I will going to wear it so once in a while. The only part I like to knit, I choose to do the Penguin Yarns version, but afterwards I had a little spijt, hoe zeg je dat nu weer, that I didn't do the second option from Stephen West itself. This, the eyelids I liked a lot. I didn't like part 3 and I didn't like part 4, so section 4, so I will not knit this shawl again, never. No. Maybe when don't think so. But yeah, I can wear it. It's not the shawl's not too big, so yeah. That's a reason that you can wear it when it's not so cold. But it's not my favorite shawl. It was maybe when it didn't bleed. Beetje jammer, hè? And then we have the last shawl of this year. That was the Vira shawl from my Advent scraps. I used Draps Fable, black and all the colors. And this is also not the biggest shawl. But it's really nice because it's light. And when you have it, sometimes you come in the shop and then it's immediately hot. Outside is really cold and inside it's really hot. So this shawl is not so big, you can put it in your tas bag, and it will not take too many space. So the Vira shawl is my last shawl from... Oh no, of course. I knitted this, in 2023. Of course, I thought... Nee, of course, this was the last shawl of 2023. So yeah. And then what I'm wearing, of course, I have this one. I can also, this one I finished in the New Year's night, 1 January 2023. This is my jigsaw puzzle. This is a really big shawl. It's knitted with 2 strands of fingering weight held together. I think I cannot put it in the whole. Maybe I will insert some pictures of the, I don't know if that's going to work, so I don't promise it. But this was a really nice knit. I think I did it in 4 weeks. I started 1 December and 1 January it was ready. And every time I choose a ball of sock yarn, I held it together, or I held it together with a white, and this is held together with the same yarn, and I ordered all the sock yarn balls, and so that's how I knitted this shawl. And it was it's a party to knit it. It's more like a couch blanket. When I'm on my couch, I will wear it like this. My cat Pookie ruined it. You can see I was lying at drying flat when I blocked it, and it was lying on my here on a chair. And then she did, I think at night, I didn't saw it, so she pulled with the nails in this part, she pulled the yarn up. It wasn't broken, but I couldn't get it in the real space, of hoe zeg je dat, terug. So that was not nice, and that's why the reason why I don't dare to lie it on the bed when she's around. Last summer, the first session night I blocked, I did it on my son's bedroom when he was on holiday, and I closed the doors. So yeah, this one is really nice. It's really warm, it's really big. If you can see the point, this is really deep, and I have to use it more, because last week I was sitting and I had it so cold, and I think, oh, of course, grab your jigsaw puzzle. I think I will make another one from this also. Maybe I will do that in alpaca stash, because I have a lot of alpaca. And then we have the biggest piece. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it. All the things that's here on the bed, but this one is echt the most favorite. My coziest memories blanket. This was the first time I did it. It's really big. I'm not going to show it all. I will insert a picture that I'm showing it in the whole in its glory. I used all the scrap from swaps that I had. In the beginning I started with alpaca because I didn't have any other things. This is my beginning part. It's echt really a scrappy blanket and I love it. I'm not leaving it on the couch because of the cats, so once in a while, not every day, mostly on Sundays, I take it out of my closet and then I'm going to sit under it and I'm enjoying every square. Yeah, I love it. It's the best knit. It's such a pity that my mother cannot see what I need. The idea started in the night, in the last nights before my mother died. She was really ill. She was sleeping in the living room, and we were 3 sisters, and we slept there. Ja, once. Nee, hoe zeg je dat? Om de beurt. Yeah, the one night my sister sleeps there with my father, then I, then my other sister, and there was at last there was a night sister or a night nurse, and she was knitting, all the squares, and I asked her, "What are you knitting?" And she said, "Oh, always when I'm have night shifts, and I'm sitting with people, mostly dying people, or very sick people, then I knit a square and I'm going to make a blanket of it." That's what she said. So I thought, oh wow, that's a good idea. So I started at home with all the scraps to knit squares, but I have squares with DK weight and everything. Yeah, acrylic yarn. So it didn't work out, and you didn't. So every square was not the same size. So I thought, I'm going to do that. So it slipped away again. So when I saw this at first in other podcasts, I thought, oh wow, this is a blanket that I have to knit. And it's such a pity that my mother can't see it. She would have loved it. I think she would have loved this, all the Instagram knitting accounts and the YouTube films. So sorry that she's not here anymore. In 2019 she passed away. But yeah. So yeah, this is my Coziest Memories blanket. The second one I have already on my needles. This is also a knit I'm going to do at least one time more, maybe 2, I don't know. Oh yeah, and I have a DK version also on the needles. So I have 2 Cozy Memories blankets on the needles and the Northeasterly 3 blankets. Oh yeah, and then Granny Stripes Fiddly Bits blanket. 4 blankets I have on the needles. But I love it. So yeah, it doesn't count. Jana always says it doesn't count as WIP. So, but this one I did it within 1 year. So that's really good. But I did the last half year. I did every day a square, sometimes 2. Like Lisa from 72 Stitches. She's also very inspiring with this kind of knits. And of course the Crazy Sock Lady and Jana and all the nice people. So I think I'm more like, that kind of knitter. You don't see me knit a lot of garments. I'm not knitting in one color. I don't like that. I always will choose something with at least 2 colors. But yeah, that's keeping me, that's keeping me interested. When it's in one color, that was also what the Oslo had and my red weekend sweater. It was a little bit of frustration for me that it took so long and it's still in one color and you don't see it grow. So progress keepers are really good for me. And sock knitting, of course, I love it. Sock knitting, little Cindy garments. This year I want to knit another animal from the book. I have the book. I want to knit the second gnome. And we'll see next year what I did. So this is a surprise video. I didn't want to tape it, but I at some point I thought, oh, why not? Maybe it's nice to see for myself later or for other people. It's very inspiring sometimes. I don't watch a lot of that kind of videos because I watch all the episodes from the most knitters, so I already seen what they knitted the whole year. But because I had a lot of new subscribers, I thought maybe it's nice to do, and I felt like it, so that's the reason to do it. Now, I hope I didn't forget anything, but when I forgot something, then is it what it is. And I will see you Thursday with a weekly vlog, and the week after that you see I'm not there on Thursday because I'm in London, and then I'm going to make a London vlog in English and in Dutch for you English viewers and one for the Dutch viewers. And I'm very curious if I can walk a lot because my back hurts a lot. I still got the nerve pain, but I want to go to London. That's always for me one of the nicest things in the year. I go 2 times a year, try to go 2 times a year, and I'm going to yarn shopping, of course. So that's the main thing I want to do, and in between I go drink coffees and eat nice food, and that's the most important thing. And the other things I did a lot, so I don't have to go to the London Eye and that kind of things because I did it a lot. It's pure for my relaxation, and then I'm in London, I'm happy, and go to the yarn shops and to Notting Hill. That's one of the things I never skip. So I see you in a few next Thursday with a weekly vlog and then with a London vlog. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and and have a nice day, night, or whatever whenever you look at this video. I think this will go up on Monday 22 January, but I have to think about that, maybe Sunday. Goodbye.